Who is Tien Shinhan, the three-eyed Z warrior? Should we consider him an earthling or a long descendant from an alien race? When I first started watching Dragon Ball Z over 15 years ago, I never questioned why Tien had 3 eyes. I mean, come on, I was 8, and between the Saiyans and their tails, the Namekians, a K9 president, or hour-long ki blast battles, outer space travel, and Mr. Popo, to name a few, Tien's third eye seemed to fit right in with the bunch. So is Tien an alien Cyclops then? Even though the community has debated this question for quite some time, the Daizenshuu books and Toriyama himself have never personally made any statements about Tien Shinhan being an alien, or more so, they have never referred to him as a human or earthling either. Then during an interview, Toriyama was asked about the third eye and if he was human, to which he responded back with, in certain parts of Asia, beings with a third eye on their forehead are thought to be godlike and are said to possess the powers of true seeing. It seemed that Tenshinhan, who was raised by the evil Crane Hermit, lost the ability to use the Murad powers of his third eye for good purposes. Yet this response never gave us a clear indication of whether or not he's human, but it's not like we have seen other descendants of the third-eyed clan throughout all of Dragon Ball either. Hirotaka Suzuki, Tien's voice actor, mentions in an interview, Tien Shinhan is different from ordinary humans, but his interactions with Chaozu showed his humanity, so I wasn't very conscious of him not being an earthling. This account would be the only time someone spoke of Tien Shinhan not being a human. Yet I take this reply with a grain of salt and not as a definite proof to exactly what he is. But onward from that point, Tien has proven himself as one of the strongest Z warriors. Even all the way into Dragon Ball Super, we still see him devoting himself to intense martial arts training and trying to stay relevant amongst Super Saiyan gods, the countless additions of other gods, Super Namekians, and beings from 11 other universes. Despite him stating during the Cell arc that he wouldn't even come close to Piccolo at this point, and it would not make a difference if he trained in the Room of Spirit a time either. Now, most of his training has always been done with his lifelong best friend Chaozu, and much like Chaozu, Tien's character and design was based originally from the novel Journey to the West of the three-eyed god called Erlang Shen. Toriyama also had some help for Tien from the manga The Three-Eyed One by Osamu Tezuka from the character Shakura, also the descendant from the Three-Eyed clan. Similar to Shakura's backstory as written in the Daizenshuu books, it also states that Tien is a descendant of the Three-Eyed clan. Tenshinhan was originally a cold-hearted and ruthless warrior when he was introduced in early Dragon Ball. His brutality was clearly shown when he crushed Yamcha's leg during the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, even though he had already overpowered him. He used to idolize his mentor, Mercenary Tao, and eventually wanted to be an infamous assassin like him one day. But after the World Martial Arts Tournament, and after Master Roshi's and Goku's consolations, he began to change his demeanor, and eventually became one of the most respected warriors. After his mentality changed and he began to disagree with the brutal methods of his mentors, Master Shen and Mercenary Tao, he abandons the Crane School and goes off to train on his own, striving to surpass Goku one day. During Dragon Ball Z, he continued to strive in becoming more powerful than Goku. He hated being sidelined and having to watch his friends fight enemies far stronger than him, yet he always tried to aid them, even when he knew it himself that it would definitely lead to his own death. Despite becoming one of the core Z warriors and gaining many new friends and allies, he was still reclusive and not very social, spending most of his time training to become a better fighter. He was a key warrior during the Saiyan invasion, defeating a Cyberman and battling with Nappa before being met with his ultimate demise after using up all of his energy with the final Kiko Ho. He was later revived after the Namek arc. Most notably during the Cell arc, Tien put his life on the line against Cell by using his life energy again with a new and improved Shin Kiko Ho attack or the Neo Tri-Beam, buying time for the androids to try and escape. He even managed to help out during the Buu arc by saving Gohan from a fatal blast by Buu. While in Dragon Ball Super, Tien's character would not change from the years prior. He's still seen bravely jumping into fights against the likes of Beerus, the Frieza Force, and during Uran's spell-empowering minions. He was also shown to open his own dojo and of course, is the serious and strict teacher you could imagine him being. During the Tournament of Power, Tien saved his entire team from Universe 2's Sniper Duo. This act even impressed Beerus, with him praising Tien's fighting spirit, not to be ashamed of elimination, and earning his respect. From all of his years of training, Tien has acquired a handful of useful techniques and attacks into his arsenal throughout his numerous masters like Shin, Tao, Roshi, Korin, Kami, Mr. Popo, and King Kai. His key abilities are the Four Witches technique, which was originally invented by the Three-Eyed People, and it is exclusive to them as well. It allows the user to temporarily grow 2 extra arms from their back. We saw Tien use this technique first during the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament against Goku. He also has the multiform technique. Unlike the after image technique, the multiform creates 3 clones of the user, but it also halves the power and energy of the user with each created clone. During the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, during his fight with Goku, Tien used this move to counter Goku's after image technique. The Dodon Ray, which is a special finger beam exclusive to the Crane School's fighters and Mercenary Tao. According to Master Roshi, the average Kamehameha wave is inferior to the Dodon Ray, and unlike the Kamehameha, it does not require as much time to charge up. The Tri-Beam, or the Kiko Ho. This attack is Tien's signature move. He forms a diamond-shaped tunnel with his hands and concentrates his own life energy into the Ki Blast. Unlike all other Ki attacks, you can't see the trajectory of the Kiko Ho. The only downside of this attack, and it's a big one, is that it saps away Tien's own life energy and could potentially kill him if he overuses the attack. There's also the Shin Kiko Ho, or the Neo Tri-Blast, which was used on Semi-Perfect Cell and is a significantly upgraded and more powerful version of the Kiko Ho. And lastly, we have the Solar Flare. This attack provides a white, bright light that's brighter than the sun and blinds anyone watching the attack except for the user. Although at this point, Tien Shinhan's strength is leagues behind Goku's, Vegeta's, and the rest of the gang, he has always managed to make himself useful and relevant somehow throughout the main fights of the series. It's amazing what Tien will do in order to stay somewhat relevant. Now let me know what your opinion is of Tien in the comments below. Do you agree with all of the information in this video, or have I missed any critical information? Also, if you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post future videos. Thank you everyone, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.